For those who don't know, I've actually got Will from Northwestern 04 with me as I record these. He's validating my un-PC humour at times, and my profanity, by having a little laugh at the things I say every now and again. And we've been having a good think about, I'm mentioning humans a lot. And I think that's important to mention. What is it like if the train? What would it be like if the trains were humans? Because you got to think about relatability. The kids might be put, if this is meant to be teaching kids lessons, then they need to be able to put them. That they got to think about what it's like to be these characters. And what more a disturbing episode to really bring that idea into the limelight with than the sad story of Henry.
Do you really wanna, do you really wanna taste it? What's going on must come down. Do you really wanna taste it? Baby, I'm losing ground. You'll soon become the mirror, realize the whole was wrong with you. Dancing with your blinkers on, for your door, the invisible bone.
I gotta say, this episode really matches the vibe of the weather for me right now, because I'm looking at the window. It's fucking horrible. It's looking well grim in this episode. But on with more trains having serious, psychological afflictions. The narcissist that is Henry decides that rather than getting a bit wet, he's going to stay in a tunnel. This is toxic, Henry. Look at these nice people are just standing here trying to be reasonable. He's blowing steam all over them. They're going to be fucking soaked. And it's raining. They brought their umbrellas out and everything, and you're just getting them all soggy. That is a dick move and a half. The fat man has arrived. Dr. Diabetes himself. This is another, circumstance of the weird slave labour thing that this series has. The fat man arrives, and he forces the passengers... Oh, they're not even slaves. They have paid to be on this train. They are now pulling this train to get it out of the tunnel. They have paid to pull a train. This is not when they say that this is a bad railway, yeah, they've got a fucking point. I wouldn't pay to do this. It's raining, and you're probably late. You're probably you might be on the train because, oh no, my wife's giving birth. She's going to give birth in 5 minutes, and it takes 4 minutes for me to get to the hospital. After a minute of this train being in the tunnel and you pulling it, you've missed the birth of your child.
Oh, fuck!
You'd name, if I was that person, I would name my child after the train that caused me to miss the birth of my child. I would name my child Dickhead. He's not good enough to get a name. I mean, he does have a name, it's Henry, but he doesn't deserve it because he's a fucking prick. Oh, there you go, now they're pushing. One of these guys is in a very interesting position. He looks like he's grinding up against the guy behind him. He's full on getting his butt up against that guy's crotch. And what's the fat man doing again? Watching them do labour. It's worth saying he's not joining in. It's very famously stated that his doctor has forbidden him to push and pull or whatever. So I guess by that logic he's not allowed to have sex with his wife, because thrusting is, a form of pulling and pushing. Oh, you silly fuckers. They need an engine to push/pull Henry out of the tunnel. Who do they bring along? It's fucking Thomas. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna fucking do? You should bring in Edward. The last episode has proved that he has more strength combined with Gordon than Gordon has on his own. Look at him. This is bad for the environment. Look at all that fucking steam. Although, it's worth pointing out he's pushing him a little bit. Good on him. Good lad. He's given it his all. But no, Henry is being a drama queen about everything. And so, of course, we come to the most famous bit of this episode. The only logical conclusion that one can come to when a train is refusing to come out of a tunnel: you fucking brick him up and never use that tunnel or that engine again. What a waste of resources, Topham. I'm sure that you probably wrote in your diary when you got home, "Short Henry a lesson to Jay about self-esteem and being all dramery and like that." I don't know what he's trying to get across. But, those bricks could have been... Somebody's house could have, had a tree fall on it and they need to rebuild a bit. But no, you're using it to block up you've already taken away the rails. He can't go anywhere. Why is there a freaking wall there? It's going to do fuck all. This is like some horrific zoo. Come by and look at the mentally challenged man cowering in the tunnel. This could be a real... kind of, this is what it's like to be gay thing. He's not coming out. and he's not coming out because he doesn't want to ruin the way he looks. That is very homophobic of me. I do apologise to the LBGT. I probably missed the letter Q plus community. I'm very sorry, but this is set in the 40s, so when in Rome, when in the 40s, be mildly homophobic.
Don't do that.
There you go, children. We've learnt the lesson of this episode. The lesson of this episode is narrow-minded bigotry. There he is, stuck in the tunnel. What a time to be gay. Again, I am very sorry.